All right, welcome to the 2020 March Mush Makeup. This is the CCR's feature event for this year. Got the brief little players meeting. Have to do it all online now, so it's a little different than what we're used to. Right out the gate, I want to go ahead and let everyone know that masks or face coverings are required during awards and payouts. It's a Michigan rule. I didn't make it up, so don't complain because I can't help it. So just remember that. Please bring some type of PPE, face covering, mask, whatever you need. Second of all, thanks everybody for signing up. Thanks to Tim Buckley and the staff at Birchfield for getting the course ready, and also for hosting the event for us, because usually this event's at Sleepy Hollow, but this year we're going to be at Birchfield. So thank you again to Tim Buckley and the Birchfield staff. Thank you to Discraft and the MDGO. So we'll go ahead and get started. We have 18 bursts available for states for divisions of 3 or more players. This is for amateur states because we have, as of now, this year, amateur states is different than pro states. So we have 18 bursts available for divisions with 3 or more players. There's also going to be the MDGO basket. The way we're going to do the basket is to try to minimize contact between people. We're just doing a simple throw off at the end of the event. It's going to be $5 for 1 throw or $20 for 5 throws. The shot's going to be less than, I'd say, somewhere around 160 feet. Person closest to the basket at the end of it wins it. Or if, say happens to have multiple people get an ace on this basket, then they'll go into like a second throw off for that basket. The closest person wins, or if they ace again. So now we got a little bit of a tricky thing with the course. The flow is going to be as follows. You're going to play hole 1 at Renegade's Trail. Then you're going to walk down towards the pavilion and play holes 1 through 6 on River's Edge. After completing hole 6 River's Edge, you're going to cross the dirt road right there and go to hole 2 at Renegade's Trail. And there's going to be signs up to kind of help direct everyone on the way to go. Shouldn't be too difficult. We've done it multiple times. We did it for our summer league, so it shouldn't be too hard to figure it out. I'll run through this OB list as quick as I possibly can. So if you're on top of any building like a pavilion or the small garage or anything like that, on or over any sidewalk or road or surrounded by water, you are out of bounds. So if you're on top of a pavilion, you're out of bounds. You're on top of a sidewalk, you're out of bounds. So let's say if your disc is barely hanging over a sidewalk, you're going to be in bounds because your disc is technically partly in bounds. So hole 1, there's a pavilion on and over the sidewalk. On your right, hole 1 Renegade's Trail, the pavilion on or over the sidewalk. Hole 1 River's Edge, pavilion on or over the sidewalk. Hole 2 River's Edge, on or over the parking lot and road. Hole 3 River's Edge, on the pavilion roof right and on and over sidewalk long. There's not any OB on hole 4. Hole 5, the volleyball court, and then on and over sidewalk. Hole 6, volleyball court, on and over road, or the parking lot to the right. All this is also going to be marked with spray paint. Hole 2, Renegade's Trail, on or over road. Hole 3, there's none. Hole 4, Renegade's Trail, over the fence right. Hole 5, Renegade's Trail, there's none. Hole 6, sand traps and over fence line. Hole 7, this one's a little tricky. There are none. So that little sand trap that's in front of the basket on hole 7, Renegade's Trail, that is not out of bounds now. It's a small little sand trap. It gets on my nerves, so it's not going to be out of bounds. Hole 8, Renegade's Trail, the pond left and on and over road. Hole 9, on and over road. Hole 10, on and over road. Hole 11, there's going to be painted lines for the fairway. If you're familiar with how we've done it in the past, there's going to be lines to actually separate hole 15, hole 11, and hole 12. Hole 12, over the fence left and the painted lines. Hole 13, over fence left and hazard traps. So there's 2 big hazard traps in the beginning and 1 hazard trap for the long basket. If you are in that circular trap, you are out of bounds. It's going to be marked with spray paint as well. Hole 14, Renegade's Trail, there is none. Hole 15, if you're inside of 17's island, then you're out of bounds. If you're in one of the hazard traps and on and over painted lines, if you're over the painted lines, you're out of bounds. Hole 16, there is none. Hole 17, this island plays as hazard. So if you miss the island, you play with your disc lands with a stroke penalty. If you make the island but miss your putt and it rolls back out of the opening, you're going to play that as OB. So if you roll through the opening, you take where it rolled was last in bounds, bring it in a meter, take your putt. Hole 18, Renegade's Trail, the volleyball pit, and then on and over road. And if you're playing to the long basket, the waterfall plays as casual. So there's a slight little pond right next to the basket. It's like a little fancy thing. If you're in that water, it's perfectly okay. You just play it as casual. So for scoring, there's going to be one person will keep a digital copy of the score via PDGA and their live scoring. And then we're going to have one person on the card as well keep a paper copy as a backup. So to record the holes in real time, you need to go to pdga.com/score. And then if you have any friends or family that want to keep up with your scores as you go along, just tell them to go to pdga.com/live. The digital scores are going to be accessible pretty much by the time you see this video. The actual hole assignments won't be ready, so it's more or less useless until Sunday morning. And then to access your scores, you're going to need the code MUSH. That is capital M, then lowercase u, lowercase s, lowercase h. That will allow you to get into the actual live scoring. So you'll need that to remember that. It's going to be sent to you in an email, and you're also going to get to watch this amazing video. If there's any questions about a shot being in or out of bounds, it's the card's decision. If you guys can't come up with a decision, the player gets the benefit. Yet again, if there's still some type of reason you guys still can't figure it out, bring it to me at the end of it, and then I will make a decision, and my judgment is final. Make sure you please bring plenty of water. It's going to be hot. There's not going to be a lot of water available, so please bring water. And then as you check in, when you pull in, you're going to go into the park entrance. You're going to pay for parking if you need to. After that, there'll be a table set up where either me, maybe a staff member will be there to get you checked in. We'll hand you your disc without you ever having to get out of the car. So it's pretty simple. You pull in, you pay the Birchfield their money, you pull up to the check-in station, we get you checked in, and then you go to get warmed up. Starting holes will be marked on the live scoring page sometime around 9 o'clock. That's my goal. Please bear with me on that. This whole thing is new to me and most TDs, so if it's a little off, I do apologize, but we're still going to try to start at 9:30, and 2 minutes warning will be at 9:28. If there's a slight hiccup, like I said, just bear with me. We should be able to get it up and going pretty quick. And all PDGA rules are in play. Mark your lie with a mini. Don't be that one person who flips their disc. Please don't be that guy or girl in this aspect. And then if you are scoring, please collect scores on the next tee pad. Do not collect the scores located around the basket. That just kind of slows it up. So when you get to the next tee pad, collect scores. And then when you're collecting the scores, make sure you read each name of the person and what they got and what you're writing down for them, including yourself. So just read down the list, say your name or say the person's name and their score, all the way down, even your name and score, just so everyone can hear it and verify that all scores are correct. If there is no ace that is hit, there will be a throw off before the awards. Any ties for states or trophy or for state bursts or trophies will go to a sudden death playoff. Starting on hole 1 Renegades Trail, and you'll be playing your division's layout until a winner is decided. So for the 50-50 hole, it's going to be hole 5 River's Edge. Everyone plays that hole. Everyone plays the same basket, same tee pad. Now there's a couple of divisional CTPs. MA1 is going to be hole 2 Renegades Trail. FA1 is hole 2 River's Edge. It's a good one. MA2, hole 8 Renegades Trail. FA2, hole 13 Renegades Trail. MA40 is hole 15 Renegades Trail. MA3, hole 1 Renegades Trail. FA3, hole 14 Renegades Trail. MA4, hole 9 Renegades Trail. And juniors, hole 18 Renegades Trail. Again, if you have any questions, please feel free to ask. Reach out via the Disc Golf Scene, and I'll see you guys on Sunday.